Should you keep your eyes open or closed while practicing Qigong and Tai Chi? Well, we're going to answer that question in this video. I'm just going to do a little walk and talk today. I'm in beautiful California. It's kind of an amazing day here. And I keep getting this question from my students, so I just thought I would answer it and get my steps in while we're doing it. Try this out as a walk and talk. So the question comes up often, which is very simply, eyes open or closed? And you will hear different answers from different teachers, which is fine. What I want to know is, do they explain why? Why do they keep the eyes open, or why do they keep the eyes closed? To me, that's what's most important, is the why of it, so you understand what you're doing and you can make your own decisions. Because like anything in the world of Qigong and Tai Chi, there's going to be disagreement. This happens in yoga, Zen meditation, and all these different communities. There's disagreement in terms of what you should do. So, well, if teachers disagree on how to do it, you need to understand the why of what they're doing, right? So that's what I try to do in my teaching. So first of all, with all things that we do in Qigong and Tai Chi, we are trying to get results, right? Measurable, concrete results. This is something that I constantly remind my students of, even students who have 20, 30 years of prior experience. It's like we forget somehow. We're so busy listening to teachers and trying to do what they do and trying to, perfect our Qigong or our Tai Chi. And we forget that what this is all about is results. Health benefits, mental clarity, mindfulness, being happier. These are the results that we're after. So you are measuring your Qigong and your Tai Chi by your results. Okay, so if you're getting good results, well, you must be doing something right. If you'd like to get better results, well, try something different. That's how I teach, and I encourage all of you to adopt that philosophy, regardless of whether you're a newbie to Qigong and Tai Chi or you've been doing it for many years. So if you understand that basic principle, that we're making decisions and navigating our Qigong and Tai Chi based on results, well, then the simple answer is you can experiment with your eyes open, your eyes closed, or half open or half closed, whatever you want to call it. So there's sort of three options there: eyes open, eyes closed, or eyes half closed. And you can mix it up and try the three different options and see which one works better for you. And you're going to have some difficulty measuring the results with that, because it's kind of like, well, today I tried my eyes open. How did it feel? Okay, so that's a good measure. How did it feel? But the results, take time, so it's not always easy to correlate these little changes to the overall results. But there's another way to measure things. In the world of Qigong and Tai Chi, we can assume that if we feel more Qi with something, that we're on the right path. Now, feeling Qi isn't the be-all and end-all of Qigong and Tai Chi. You can get good results without feeling Qi, or without being sure that you're feeling it, because in the beginning it's hard to be sure, am I feeling Qi or not? And you could also have people who feel Qi quite clearly, but they don't get very good results. However, if we tend to have a benefits-driven or results-driven approach to Qigong, then we can sort of navigate based on, do I feel more Qi this way or that way? Let's see, I'm going to turn around here. I'm in this beautiful spot in California here, but there's some construction, and I'm worried that that's going to sort of mess up the audio. So I'll just walk back. It's just a beautiful boardwalk I'm on anyway here. Okay, so my advice here is that you feel for the Qi. So try different things and see, does it feel better? Do you feel more Qi with this version or more Qi with that version? And that applies to these options with the eyes open or closed. Do you feel more Qi with the eyes open or more Qi with the eyes closed or half closed? So that's my overall advice. Now, you will hear some teachers say the eyes should be open because the Yi leads the Qi. Yi is a Chinese word that just means intention, and Qi is energy. And they're not wrong. The Yi does lead the Qi. So, or I would say, in my tradition, I would say the mind leads the Qi. But, that's not absolutely true, and there are other factors involved. If simply looking at your hands led the Qi there, well, then pianists would all have tremendous amounts of Qi in their hands. And because pianists spend many years looking at their fingers while they're learning, so anyway, That's obviously not true. And as you'll see, some of you will actually feel much more qi with the eyes closed than with the eyes open. And that's because the yi is still leading the qi, the mind is still leading the qi, but your mind is more relaxed and you're less distracted. Look at this place. Now, in a place like this, look at these flowers, look at this gorgeous view. A place like this, I actually practiced Qigong right here this morning. Yes, it's a beautiful scene, but actually I do better with my eyes half closed out here, because if I open the eyes all the way, I get sucked into the beauty. It's almost too beautiful to concentrate on Qigong. So if I want to enjoy the scenery, well, I just open my eyes or go for a walk like this. But if I want to do my Qigong, I do better with my eyes half closed. So that's because I'm less distracted. With the eyes half closed, I will be less distracted than if I had my eyes fully open during the practice, right? So this is what I've come to in my own experience. You can verify this by practicing and experimenting on your own and see what works for you. Do you feel more qi with the eyes open, eyes closed, eyes half closed? But don't worry about this yi leads the qi stuff. Also in Tai Chi, you'll hear that a lot, that the yi leads the qi, which is also true. But you know what also matters? And Tai Chi is ultimately a martial art. So let's be clear that if you're practicing it for martial purposes, eventually you're going to have to open the eyes. You're not the blind swordsman. You're not going to be defending yourself with the eyes closed, right? But if you're trying to get the qi to the hands or something like that, well then, yes, it can be beneficial to close the eyes for a little bit and feel the qi. But you can do that with the mind with the eyes closed, especially if you've done some practice with your Qigong and you, practice with your Tai Chi, I mean, and you understand some of the martial applications and you understand what you're doing. You know, are you punching, are you kicking, are you defending? Well, that also helps to lead the qi in Tai Chi or Tai Chi Chuan in Chinese. So, you know, there are other factors involved. And in my school of Qigong, and also when I teach Tai Chi, I really emphasize the Zen mind, getting into a Zen meditative state of mind while you're practicing these techniques. And that is what really leads the qi. And for many of my students, closing the eyes will help them to get into a deeper meditative state. So, okay, so that's the simple, well, I guess it's not so simple, but that's the answer to the question that I keep getting from my students. Use that in your own practice. Experiment, see what works for you. Eyes open, eyes closed, eyes half closed, or, you know, really a combination. You can change it up. But in the end, we are chasing the qi. We're feeling for the qi, and not just the qi, but the results that we will get by getting the qi flowing smoother in our Qigong practice. And, you know, in the end, it's something as simple as opening the eyes or closing the eyes. You know what's going to block your qi? Worrying about it. If you worry that so-and-so teacher said to do it this way, but so-and-so teacher said it to do that way, or this crazy guy named Sifu Anthony said to do it another way, and you worry about that, well, that worry blocks the flow of qi more than keeping your eyes open or closed. So I recommend you try things out, see what works for you, and choose based on your own experience rather than worrying about what may or may not be right. You don't have to worry about it if you have your own experience. So there you go. I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope this walk and talk video was good. Certainly nice for me to go for a nice walk here. And I hope you get some benefit out of experimenting with eyes open or eyes closed during your Qigong and your Tai Chi practice.